Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing Management Simulation Megaquarium. Game features a campaign mode where it has different missions with different objectives. Honestly, I'm more interested in the Sandbox Mode, which is where I've sunk most of my time into. So I've gotten about halfway through the campaign scenarios. So I'm going to show off the Sandbox Mode. What you can do is you can have pretty good amount of customization options. You can pick which rank you start at. So I'm going to do it at rank 3 actually. Which fish you get, how random they are being available, and then the frequency of side objectives and merchants and stuff like that. And then also a random seed here at the bottom to randomize things. And then your difficulty. So I like the customization options there. So we'll start a game. As you might imagine, the purpose of the game is to run a successful aquarium. The way you do that is you expand your building footprint, which I will do first. Cost some money to bring this stuff out. And then you put tanks, you put fish in the tanks, and then hire staff to run everything. So, since I started at level 3, I only really have kind of the basic stuff here. So what I found the best thing to do is to kind of put all your tanks around a kind of an interior area where you can hide all of your equipment that's required to run the tanks. Do I have corner tanks? I do have corner tanks. So let me do that first. So I'm going to drag out corner tank right here, which is and then the size of the tank basically determines how many fish you can put in there. So I'm going to put a wall piece on each side, and then I'm going to put some staff doors in there, which I always forget which menu the staff doors are in. So that my staff can go back and do things, fix stuff. And then we're going to continue the walls along the side. And eventually I'm going to fill this in with more stuff. Once I get more money. Then I'll probably do another corner tank actually over on the other side too. So 3 tiles I think will be good. So kind of 2 tanks of the same size. And then I'm going to do kind of the same little layout thing over there. And then we'll need to expand over a little bit. You can also, you see you have these floor arrows, so you can have kind of a flow direction in your thing when you have a really big aquarium, which is pretty interesting. So let me go over a couple. Oh, actually, I should probably expand that floor space out here too. There we go. So again, wall and staff door. Alright. What I like to do is, and that's just going to drive me nuts if it's uneven like that, is place my fish first and then figure out what they need second, and then go from there. So these are the fish that I have currently unlocked. You'll research new fish by using these points that you get for ecology, and also research points, which will come up with some other fish in a little bit. Each of the fish has a wide variety of different needs, so you have to worry about things like this needs to be in a group of at least 4 fish, this one can't be housed with bullies, this one can't be in a tank with lights, this one requires plants, and then they have different sizes, which is how much space they take up, and then different filtration qualities and temperature qualities. Now right now at the beginning I only have tropical fish, but eventually you can get Arctic fish as well. So I'm going to... Most of these are actually pretty decent about not conflicting because it's early on in the game. So I like to focus on the ones with more prestige because that basically earns you more money because more people come to your thing. So 6. And then later on fish will grow, so you have to kind of calculate that in there too. So how much room do I have left on this tank? How does math work? 5. So, well, let's put one of these guys in here. Alright, so there's that tank, and then I will put in some other ones. If you mouse over it, it'll tell you how many you have in your aquarium, so you can make sure you have kind of a variety of different stuff, which is pretty cool. And then I'm going to put these guys in here. 14. And then these guys give good research. They need to be at least 4. Ugh, dang it. I always do that. Alright, well let me just move one of these guys in here. No, except that tank's full too. I wish you could trash fish. What I actually might do is just trash this whole tank. I wish you could trash fish. That's the only... maybe there is a way of doing it, and I just don't... I can't figure out what that way is yet, even though I've actually kind of played a lot. But it's almost easier to start over. Okay, so let me do the school fish first. Let me do 4 of these. Alright, and then we'll go and do these guys until it's full. There we go. Alright, tank is full. So these 2 tanks are full, and you can see you have all these little icons about what you need. So this tank needs one of the caves, which this driftwood thing, and then you can put this stuff in here, and it'll give you prestige points also, which is interesting. So put that in there, I'll fulfill that. And then we just need our usual filter and heaters. So let's put in a combo mini. Let's put in a couple combo minis. Okay, and then we just need one more filter. There you go. And we need some plants. So 1 eelgrass should be enough to cover that. Okay, so that's one is covered. And then we also need food. So I'm going to put the food things over here. So that's under here. So I need one of each of these. I'm not really used to being this early in the game. Gotta remember it's not super difficult to get these set up. Alright, so we're basically going to do the same thing over here. I like the combos. Alright, so temperature's done. Actually, both of them are done. So those are a lot less needy. And then we'll put a food thing over there too. Alright, and then we just need to hire some staff. So we... Fixing... Yeah, we'll hire the 3 fixing person, then we need a couple feeding people. Perfect. Alright, here we go. So, people will come in, we can research stuff, so I usually research whatever the highest prestige thing is. Now you'll notice this one grows. This one you can't house it with fish with less than 2 because it'll eat them. So you have to keep an eye on that. So I think I am going to do the grouper, though. And then you can fast forward time, thankfully. And that's kind of it. Once you get things set up, there's not much more you have to do. There is waiting for stuff to unlock, which is kind of, you know, disappointing, I would say. Because things take kind of a long time to unlock initially. I'm going to put a couple benches down. Do I have bathrooms yet? No, I have a fizzy drink machine, though. But this is a lot of what it is, you know, it's just kind of watching your stuff happen. Your staff will do all of their tasks automatically. You can see the little icons when they get tired and stuff like that. So they're earning me research points, which will allow me to unlock this fish, which will then allow me to get the other type of research points where you unlock equipment. And now I'll build a new tank for them. It's pretty easy to make money in the game, as long as you're not dumb about how you lay stuff out. And make sure you pay attention to the fish that conflict with each other, because some fish don't like to be with other fish. And usually the more prestigious fish are harder to handle. And then also don't forget to hire additional staff as you keep growing. So you'll see the little icons pop up when tasks need to be done, and if there's too many of those, just hire somebody new. It's usually not an issue. So I'm just going to basically wait for stuff to unlock, and then we'll go from there. And then, you know, you can make pretty sophisticated aquariums with a lot of different themed decorations and stuff like that. So... Oh, that thing's broken. That thing's broken. Oh, crap. No toolkit. I knew I forgot something. There's always something to forget. Tool station. So we're going to put that right here. Also need a broom stand. So we can clean. There we go. I have one toolkit. So if I want to fix more than one thing at a time, I gotta buy another toolkit, which I guess I will. And then once I unlock that new fish, then I'll build a new tank. There we go. Speak of the devil. Alright, who do I want next? I want... Stations... let me get the moray eel. Alright. Alright, so I like to pause while I'm building, otherwise things go nuts. So, which way do I want to go? I think I'm going to expand out this way, actually. So we're going to do a wall tank. So I'll keep a buffer door, and then we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll expand out. Yeah, basically like that. I don't want to burn through money too much building space I'm not going to use. Alright, so there's a wall tank. And we'll build a wall over here. That was actually pretty good. Guesstimation on how to do that. Alright, so what did I just unlock? The coral grouper. So, no fish with size 2 or less. They cannot be housed with another coral grouper, so I'm going to put one in the tank anyway. And they're going to grow up to size 9, so I need to remember that. So I really only have 21 space left. Alright. What do I not have? I don't have these. Is there anything else? Not size 2, that's the only bad thing for him. Or less. Yeah, so not that guy. Not that guy. This is okay. I could put 4 of those in there, I think. Alright, so there's 4 of those. Maybe we could put one of these in here. Or a yellow tang. It doesn't really matter. What do they want? They want cave, so let's do another cave guy. Let's fill it up. Oh wait, no, 21. Dang it, why do I always do that? Ugh! Always mess up. Alright, so again, this guy's going to grow to 21. So I need to save, or grow 9, so I need to save 4. Right, so he's going to go to size 9. So I need to save 4 at the end. Alright, anyway. So I'll do 4 of these guys. Alright, so I only want to go up to 26. So, what did I say? He was the cave, so let's do the cave. Okay, that's it. Because those guys are going to grow. Alright. So, cave time. I only have this guy, but I can put 2. And then it's the usual. So, combo. It basically just combines these things. But it saves space. Ooh, that's interesting. We're going to need a heavy-duty filter, I think. Yeah. And then one more temp thing. There we go. Alright, so he just needs to get the red food. So, red food. There's red food. Now I'll actually expand this out a little bit because I just need more space to walk around. Alright, so there's my new tank. Now with pumps, what you can do is you can hide your equipment behind a wall and then pump it into a tank, which is useful for the Lagoon Tank where people can see it from all sides. I think I'm going to do the power economy, to be honest. All those were really good options, actually. And then when I unlock my next fish, I'll build a new tank over on that side. I think my goal is to kind of build around here. Make this kind of like a self-contained area with a bunch of tanks around the sides. But doing pretty good so far. Just need more fish. My budget's fine. Yeah, I'm making money as long as I'm not building stuff, so. Actually, I might build the drink dispenser. And put a trash bin right next to it. Alright, and then again, you know, it's a lot of, at least the way I play it, it's fast forwarding through research and then waiting for something to happen. Now, they do this too, they give you some cash bonuses for little missions. I like that they have this in the sandbox mode, so I will do that. So, I already fulfilled that objective, so. Alright, the moray eel's ready to go. So we will do this guy because he's more points. Alright, time to build a new tank. So, same sort of deal that we did on the other side. So let me... That's actually going to mirror exactly what the other side is. And wall that, and then we will put our moray eel in there. So, nothing with a crustacean size 1 or less. He's going to grow to size 9. Alright. I actually will probably put a grouper in there with him. So he's going to be size 9. So let me put one grouper. So that's 9. What is my tank size? 30. So that's 9 times 3 is 27. So I can put 2 moray eels in there. So that's 27. I have 3 size less, but I can't put a 3. No, I can put 1 3 fish in there. But that guy's a schooled. Dang it. Well, alright, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Alright, cave time. I'm gonna need lots of caves for you, buddy. Alright, and that's just filter time. And red food. So red food there, and then we will do a combo. Almost got it with 2 combo minis. Sell that. I like that you can sell it immediately and not lose any money on it. Oh, let's do... Actually, 18 would be fine. This is basically the same as the other one. Was it 16? Is that going to be enough? Nope. That's why it was not enough. Alright, so we'll do the power filter. There we go. So you are good to go. New tank. With the moray eels. And then, you know, as your prestige points go up, then you unlock more research options as you level up. Another eagle. Oh yeah, the grouper. Now you could conceivably, you can make some tanks off where they can't see them, which is kind of dumb, but you could use it to grow fish and then move the fish around. Especially when you're like me and you forget how numbers work and can't do the math on, you know, how to see stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to build around. I'll do a corner tank, and then we'll do corner tank, wall, corner tank, basically like that. As soon as I get my next set. Alright, so that's more money for me. The prestige is weird because it goes up and down a lot. I don't really... I guess it's the prestige of the people that are in your aquarium or something. I don't really understand how that really works, to be honest. So I just keep building stuff, and then if I level up, I level up. That's basically it. And then as you level up further, you can get more sophisticated thing like skimmers and UV sterilizers, nitrate reactors, and all sorts of other stuff. Alright, so we got a new fish. So let's build a new tank. I think I'm just going to corner over here, actually. And I can sell this back if it's too much. Alright, so corner tank right here. Nah, actually that was a pretty good estimate, I must say. Alright, so what are we putting in here? The new guy. Who is the new guy? You may eat stony coral clams. Oh, I don't have any of those anyway, so it doesn't matter. So 5. Alright. Actually, I'm just gonna slap a moray eel for 9 size. And then fill it with this. 5. So, right, I gotta save 5. I think I did want one over. Whatever. I'm so bad at that. I can just move people if it becomes an issue. Alright, so we need 2 cave. There we go. And then we have all the food that we need on this side. So then it's just filter time. Yeah, we'll just do... Actually, another combo mini might be... And then another basic filter. There you go. Done. New tank. I'll put a new bench over here for him, too. This is actually spaced pretty good. We'll do the pump, because I need that before the Lagoon Tank. This is actually spaced out pretty good, because it gives them room to walk. You know, I like to put a set of squares around each tank for the equipment, and then a square behind that for them to walk, because they have to be able to reach all that stuff to fix it. So this design is actually pretty good. So that's why I said, you know, wall, staff door, wall will help you kind of space your things out appropriately. I got more email. Just people have grown, which is fine. So again, just kind of waiting to see when the next fish unlocks. There he is. I do have one. That guy's kind of a level 1 fish, so he's not super exciting. I'm really waiting to level up to unlock all the 4 research options. Which really means I just got to build more. Probably one more tank could probably take care of that, I would think. So I might actually do that. Here's the Lagoon Tank. I might do a Lagoon Tank actually. Yep. So I unlocked everything. So now I'm really just waiting for this to grow. So I'm gonna wait for the Lagoon Tank, and then I will show off how pumps work. So I'll build a Lagoon Tank over in this area. Kind of like that. Now they're just going to kind of wander in that big giant open area. Alright, let me pause this so they don't keep running in everywhere that I want them to go. Alright, build some walls up here. Keep them out. Alright. Almost there. There it goes. Alright, so I have unlocked everything at that So let's get this Lagoon Tank. So you can put this puppy out here in the open. So because it's out in the open, you can't put your equipment there. So what you do is you build a pump, which can go basically attached to any tank that's within that radius. And then you just say which tank that goes after, and then you'll be able to hide your equipment behind, behind the walls. So that's how you deal with that. There's not really a reason to do that other than aesthetics and the fact that this has a bigger size. Now, because I need prestige, I'm going to do max prestige in this tank, I think. So this is going to be a 9. So I need to say 5. And that's fine. And 2 or less. That's fine. So he's going to grow 9 also. So another 4. Too much math. I wish they would show, like, in the size, like how much room you have left in there, because I just lose track. It's too many things to remember when you have too many growing fish. Okay, so there's all that. And then we just need to do the usual pumps. So I do have my power combi ready to go. And then I'll probably do one of each. Do I even need a power filter? 15? Actually, basic might be okay. Nope, not okay. The numbers don't coincide, which is annoying a little bit. Like, this doesn't provide 16 filter quality. It just, that's just the power of it. So you kind of, see, that power didn't bring it up either. Might need another combo. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And they have green in that back there. Alright, so there's that tank. That should be enough to push me over the edge into, oh, you need a bench over there, don't you? To push me up into level 4. Oh, and then your people will level up too, so you can pick which things to level them up at. So that gives you another option to deal with. Maybe that'll push me up. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. Probably one more tank. So let me just show you. I'm going to do a sandbox, but do it like way higher level. Just to show you what some of the higher equipment is, not necessarily to build it. So you can have these deeper tanks, U-tank, these other specialized tanks in here as well. Skimmers, the nitrate reactors, which you need for water quality, although they're a more expensive solution. The chillers, bigger pumps, and then a whole bunch of different fish. They can have all sorts of crazy attributes like this one. Doesn't like to be housed with another lobster. Don't put it in with crustaceans. It's armored so it could grow its size when there's a predator in the tank. And then it grows. So you can see all the, the higher level stuff has a lot of different interesting attributes. This one requires a large tank, and he's also a bully. So, you really, when you unlock a lot of these high prestige fish, you really have to keep an eye on what their attributes are and make sure that they don't clash with each other. And then a lot of plants to support in the caves and the rocks. And then you can do little themed decorations and stuff inside your tanks, which gives you additional prestige. All the different food dispensers and tools you can use you can do. They can talk to the people. There's people with like speech ability, and then different food and toilets and stuff like that. So a lot of different options once you unlock them. But again, probably the main drawback of the game is just there's a lot of waiting for research to complete, and you're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen, which is fine because you can just sit there and look at your fish. But there is, luckily an accelerated time option, so you can just kind of sit there. So, there's a couple minutes of sitting there waiting for the next thing to unlock before you want to kind of spend money to put in a new tank with whatever your new fish is. But I do like the campaign missions offer good variety with a lot of different objectives. I really like how flexible the Sandbox Mode is, which unlocks after you're done with the second mission. And you can pick your starting level and then how available the fish are and stuff like that. And then the interface is good. The one thing I wish it would do is display when you're putting fish in a tank what the maximum growth that the fish are going to have, so you don't have to manually keep track of, if this fish of size 5 is going up to 5'9", you don't have to manually think, oh, I have to save 4 for each fish in that tank. But there is a lot of options once you unlock them as you get higher levels through the campaign or the Sandbox Mode. So a lot of customization options in there. So overall, it's a good game. It's a very solid management simulation. There is some waiting involved in it, and like I said, that's basically the only downside to it, because there's a lot of options and a lot of different fish with really interesting conflicting attributes that you have to worry about as you're building your aquarium. So overall, a game that I would recommend, especially if you have an interest in management simulations and aquariums in general. That's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.